Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, and pretty much this is part two of Funky Dineva going in on Tamar Braxton. He is responding to her statement that came on her lawyer's letterhead. Just in my opinion, Tamar, I think that she wrote the statement along with ChatGPT, and then she just texted or emailed it to her lawyer, and he put it on the letterhead. That's just what I think, because it's just giving like a statement, and then they did the alignment on Microsoft Word, they centered it, and it has totally triggered Funky Dineva to the point where he is recruiting you all. He is recruiting the public. He wants you all to help him with his montage of receipts for Tamar, his vision board that he is putting together for Miss Tamar, and he is recruiting you all. So we're going to listen to him. This point that I'm starting the audio is after he reads her statement that she put out on her Instagram. And he's going to talk about, since you're going to take it there, I'm going to take it there. And then just a few minutes in, maybe 5 minutes in, that's when he's going to start his talent acquisition, his recruiting you all for his building of receipts for Miss Tamar Braxton. Now, before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these clips, they are allowed. Okay, let's go ahead.
Paper, because the relationship was extremely inappropriate, and I knew that this is how you was gonna play it. So now we finna take it all the way back to the very beginning. I knew this was how you was gonna play it, and let's be very clear here. If y'all remember when the situation first broke and about the whole mouth stuff, and I said, and the only reason you dropped that video is because, and I said I ain't gonna do it to you. Y'all remember that? I said, and the only reason you dropped that music video real quick like this was because, and I said I ain't even gonna do it. The reason you dropped that music video as quickly as you did is because people had spotted y'all ass, okay? Inappropriate relationship. Well, you tell me, Tamar, if it's appropriate or inappropriate when we're sitting at Ruth Chris and he's rubbing in between your thighs, in between your dress. Mr. Walker, her attorney, you let me know if that's appropriate or not appropriate. Because you were sitting there, let me move over. You were sitting there, and he was drinking and talking, and he was touching in between your legs, and rightfully so. Now, let me give her this. You pushed his hand and was like, stop. But you know that cute little stop that y'all girls do? And he kept leaning in and whispering, and he would rub in between her legs again, and she would push his hands off again, real cute, like real 16-year-old, like. Let me know if that's appropriate or inappropriate as a male co-star. And I'm going to tell you something. I just thought about something, and I thought about this in the very beginning. I'm the fool in this situation. I am the biggest fool in this situation because now it's all making sense. I'll never forget calling my best friend Quisha. And I said, XYZ is going on, and I can't understand for the life of me why Tamar is doing this in front of me. I remember saying that. I remember saying, me and her are just getting to know each other, and she got this stuff going on with Mendices, and she know I'm a YouTuber, and she know I'm a blogger, and I'm curious to know if she's doing all of this because she want me to go tell it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I look back at all of it, I really do feel like it was a scheme that you set up to put me in this position to do it. I also remember overhearing when I got to the video shoot, I walked in, it was you and Nivea was already there, L'Oreal was there, and y'all kept making references to, oh my God, Tamar, when this come out, it's going to break the internet. It's going to break the internet. Now, let's get back to the notion of inappropriate behavior, okay? So we've got him playing up your thighs in Ruth Chris. I don't know if that's inappropriate or not. We're going to have to let Mr. Walker or the rest of the lawyer, or I'm going to have to call Annalise Keating and let her decide. I will say this. The simple fact that when we would leave the Four Seasons, and when we got to V12, and when we would leave Roof Chris, the fact that when we was at Four Seasons, you and him bent around that corner because them girls was out there that saw y'all, and that softly made the blogs. Them girls saw y'all. The fact that you was hiding behind that stairwell until that car came up, that would probably suggest that what y'all was doing was inappropriate, because if it was platonic, why wouldn't all of us just walk right on outside into the car? When we went to the V12, man, and they lit up all the candles and stuff, man, DC's was outside behind us. He beat me there. So if it wasn't inappropriate, then why isn't Mandisi and his friend in the video with us doing this? And matter of fact, okay, because since you getting your ducats in a row, I gotta go ahead and get mine in a row. Because see, we forget that night at V12, there were several people, celebrity friends included, that were up in that section that witnessed what was going on, as well as the harem of girls. So this is the first thing we gonna do. If you were one of the people that were in that VIP section at V12 who saw Tamar Braxton tipsily or drunkenly sitting in Mandisi's lap in a very flirty manner, please email me at funkydineva@funkydineva.com. Okay, that's number one. Number two.
Just a quick commercial break. Just be a few more seconds. Thank you.
If you were with those group of females that was at the Four Seasons that night, when they was trying to hide behind the columns before the valet people brought the car, if you was one of those people that saw them that night as well, please email me at funkydineva@funkydineva.com, because I would like to talk to you. The next thing, let's talk about this in terms of being inappropriate. And Mr. Walker, down to the law office, you're going to want to write this one down, because I heard this one with my own ears and saw it with my own face, and I was really concerned. I was like, why is this lady doing this in front of me? Tamar, you going to sit up in my face? You going to sit up in my face with your three faces and tell me that you and Mandisi did not have a conversation at that table in Roof Chris about him putting out a statement about him and Yandy not being together no more? We really going to do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on Chat GPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you got to go back and rewrite it to kind of make it sound like it's you. We going to say that didn't happen? We going to say that didn't happen? We going to sit up here and say, after he was digging in between your thighs at that Roof Chris, and he got up and went to the bathroom, that the conversation was, y'all, I can't. He's just my friend. He just my friend. I can't. I mean, and then I said, Tamar, ain't he married? He ain't married. They not married. They just do that for the show. They not married. That's what we gonna do. We gonna pretend like at that video shoot for the video, the bedroom was right there. The living room area with the one-seater chair was there. All of us had been drinking the entire video shoot. We gonna pretend like you was not sitting in his lap with them booty shorts on and them two new big old titties you just purchased with the shirt split down like this. Is that what we finna do? Is we finna pretend like you wasn't sitting in his lap like this? He was sitting down. You had your leg crossed like this, sitting on his lap with them two tig old bitties like this, and we was all drunk. That's what we doing? That didn't happen? Or maybe it did happen, but that don't qualify as inappropriate behavior. Okay? Or what about the part when we left the video shoot all drunk and we all went to help you take the boxes and stuff back up to your house, and he walked right on in there in your house and got on the sofa and got under the cover, bitch, like he was very comfortable laying there. You gonna tell me that didn't happen? Now,
okay, so we'll just stop it there. I have to say, this is from his video from yesterday, Tuesday, December the 2nd. He goes in on Tamar Braxton for 55 consecutive minutes. We've only explored 8 minutes. He starts talking about Tamar 7 minutes in to his live, 7 minutes in, and he starts out reading her statement. By the 8th minute, he is saying, and every time he says Mr. Walker, that is her attorney that he is speaking of. And at the 8th minute, Funky Dineva is saying, I'm used to this. He's talked about other public figures who have sued him, including Sheree Whitfield from The Real Housewives of Atlanta and Chris Stokes, the music producer. I don't even want to say what he was accused of back in the day, but y'all know from members of B2K allegedly. So Funky Dineva is used to dealing with lawsuits or threats of lawsuits. And he was basically saying that he ain't scared. But oh my gosh, he goes in for 55 consecutive minutes. And I listened to it while I was working today. So that little 8 minutes that I gave y'all, that was just a little drop in the bucket. He's talking as if he has a lot of receipts, a lot of tea on Tamar and Mendices. And he says throughout the live that he feels bad about Yandy being drug in, and he knows that it's hurtful. And then he says, but Yandy, at the end of the day, I'm not obligated to protect you. I have to look out for myself. And oh my gosh, the blogs have other clips of this same live where he says, it's something about the way your parents raised you or didn't raise you that's got you effed up. And L'Oreal from the Morning Hustle, she's the one who interviewed Tamar that triggered Funky to begin with. She is on the Neighborhood Talk in the comments saying he's absolute trash. And, people are responding to her, of course. And I really think, just for me, in my opinion, Funky Dineva, the way he's reacting to Tamar, it's a classic case of leave folks alone, especially when he did bite his tongue. He did held his peace for months. And then she did the interview with L'Oreal. And according to him, she did not throw a party for him. They went clubbing that night. And allegedly, according to Funky Dineva, Mendices and a friend of Mendices, they came along. That's in his video from Monday night, December 1st. So I feel like Tamar's got some balls on her to test Funky when she knows that he can really go there. But he is saying if you were at a bar that they were all at one night, I believe it was the V12, because he's so detailed. He's giving so many examples of what he calls inappropriate behavior between Tamar and Mendices, allegedly. I believe it was the V12 location. If you were there in the VIP section and you saw something, he wants you to email him, okay? Now, we did not hear about a sign-on bonus or a 401k match, but he is asking you all to reach out to him if you were there that night and you saw something. If you hear something or say something or see something, say something. What do they say on the job? So that is what Funky Dineva is looking for. I don't know when this is going to end. It's giving a really long, really good tennis match. Okay. And right now, Funky Dineva is giving Serena Williams. Okay. So we have to see if Tamar is just going to ignore him or if she's going to do something else. At the end of her post yesterday, she said she was going to let her attorneys handle it. So we shall see. I'm sure Funky Dineva would update us if there are any more updates to give. What do you think about his second video concerning Tamar? And again, it's 55 minutes of him going in. You can go and watch it on his YouTube channel. He starts going in at the 7-minute mark. I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. I hope that you all had a wonderful Wednesday. Mine was good. I hadn't been to the Indian restaurant in quite a few months. So after I logged out of work, I went there and I got some vegetable samosa, vegetable curry, mild level of spice, and garlic naan. Oh my gosh, it was so yummy, yummy in my tummy. I loved it. And I brought a lot of it home. So I'll have it for dinner tomorrow. And then I started making content. I've made 3 shorts, this video, and I think I'm going to make another video right now. We are all going to have a thriving Thursday. Hopefully, I make my overnight oats after I make the next video. I probably should have made the overnight oats before I went to the Indian restaurant because now I'm starting to like talk myself out of it. But hopefully I will do that so that I'll have it ready for tomorrow. Whatever you have to do to have a smooth morning, go ahead and do it tonight. You'll be so proud of yourself for doing it. While you're watching your favorite YouTubers, don't forget to grab your bottled water or grab banana, fruit, whatever your favorite fruit is, favorite raw veggies, just to get that in you. That's always good. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.